Hi, I'm Sharon Naughta. Thanks for joining. This is my daughter Megan. And together we are the Naughta Daughta DIY Network, and we're glad you're here. So what we'd like to do is once a week bring you fun craft projects that you can do quickly in your own home with things that you probably already have in your house. Today we're going to make
some marbled paper cards for Mother's Day.
And also wrapping paper to wrap that homemade present up. And this is so easy that even dads could do it, right, Meg?
Dads could probably find all the ingredients, and we're actually borrowing their shaving cream, so
excellent.
They understand.
Well, I'm going to get started, and you can talk a little bit about the process, but I'm going to go ahead and get started and be your helper today.
Okay, so she's going to show you what we're going to start with. Basically, we're going the cheap shaving cream, dollar store or the bottom shelf at the grocery store. That's where you find these ones. They're about $1 to $2 each. We're going to get a baking sheet. Obviously, it doesn't have to be like brand new or anything. We're just going to cover shaving cream on top of it, and it's so that we don't get it on our tables. The other ingredients that we're going to use today are food coloring. Any store food coloring, these is also from the Dollar Tree, so really you can get it anywhere. There's neons out there, there's just regular primary colors. Some things that come in handy are going to be gloves and popsicle sticks to kind of help you stir the color around because you want some variation in there. And then the gloves so you don't get any dye on your hands, but again, it's just food coloring and it'll wash off. We've done quite a bit of testing on the different types of paper. So we have regular printer paper that we've used. We've tried it with construction paper. What we found the best is going to be just watercolor paper because it's more like a cardstock. You could also use cardstock if you have that at home. And to be honest, the printer paper works too. It just kind of gets a little curly, so you kind of have to flatten it out afterwards. So she's making quite the color swirls right now. You can see she's making swirly designs with the popsicle stick to get a lot of the mixture in there. That's what's going to make the marbled effect. So I'll give you a little close-up of some of the cards that we've made. This is going to be one of the ones that's a half sheet of our watercolor paper. And we did some neon blues and the neon purples. And I just used a marker to write Happy Mother's Day on this one. This one, I did the second half of that one, so you can kind of see they go together. This one I used a stencil to write Mother, and then I finished it with a clean piece of printer paper on the inside, just glued on there with a glue stick. So you can do a couple different things. This is my first prototype as far as the design goes. This is what happens when you don't swirl it around. You get splotches. Alright, so now that she's gotten it all on with the shaving cream all swirled, she's going to peel the paper off and it looks kind of like this. Now with her gloved hand, she's going to use the popsicle stick and just scrape the excess shaving cream off, and it leaves this nice marbled effect. We'll show you when she's done scraping it all off. It really doesn't get the paper all that wet. It doesn't make it really mushy or anything along those lines. It just kind of curls the edges on the thinner paper.
Voila!
So look at this. It's like a fun carnival theme with, this is kind of what my mind goes to with the bright yellows and the primary colors. But you can mix up whatever colors your kiddos think. Blues if their favorite color, purples, things along those lines.
So now that we have our paper made and we let it dry just a little bit, when we've gone ahead and made some paper already dried.
We already have some dried and flat.
Megan's going to show you how to fold those into cards, and then also with anything left over, how to make some wrapping paper. Take it away.
Okay, so this one's we're going to be one flat one of the watercolor paper, so again, it's a little bit thicker. And then I like to have things like a ruler around or just some sort of straight edge so that you can get nice crisp folds in it. If you just fold it in half and push it with your fingers, that will definitely work, and Mom's going to love it no matter what because you made it for her. But if you are a perfectionist a little bit like me, you want those crisp edges, you can use a straight edge like a ruler. So I'm going to fold it in half like this and use the ruler to kind of push down like this. And so then you can kind of choose which way you want it to open. This one we've kind of has a little bit of a blank spot, so I think I'm going to choose this as the front. I think I like that way, the way that that looks a little bit better. And then, again, up to you. So this is kind of the inside. There's a little bit of fingerprints from handling it. So I'm going to personally choose to add the white printer paper on the inside, so we kind of give it a little bit more of a blank canvas for writing your letters to mom on there. Dads, you can kind of help the littler ones write a sweet letter.
Or even handprints.
Or just even handprints would be really fun. Footprints that make a heart, you know.
And these aren't just for moms either.
You definitely use
Grandmas love these too.
Grandmas do love them. So I'm gonna put I just have a craft glue stick. This is washable glue stick. I think I got a 5-pack for about $2 at Safeway the other day. So they're around. I know that we're all stuck at home and searching for craft supplies. So it's they can be a little hard to find right now. But if you just kind of keep your eyes out, you'll find some. So I just do the edges pretty well because you want it to stick on there, but the inside, the middle part, you don't need to do super crazy. So I'm gonna find the center on that one, and I'm gonna use my ruler to kind of get it tucked in there and make that crease. And then I found something heavy. It could be legitimately anything. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with this rolled paper here while we wait for it to dry. So this is just a Melissa and Doug roll of paper, craft paper. When we were working a little bit yesterday, I just took a sheet of this off and I dipped it on the leftover of that because the foam on your craft sheet will make probably about 5 pieces of artwork depending on how much you swirl it. The colors can get a little muddy if you swirl it too much. So while you're doing that, I just have used a little bit of that, and I pulled out probably 2 feet of that rolled paper, and I just wrapped a box about this big, and then I just had like some ribbon left out. I'm sure your wife has some ribbon around somewhere left over from Christmas. I mean, like legitimately all these supplies we've had at the house for forever, and so this is just stuff that we've had around the house. Some of on the ones that I used the stencil for that says Mother, I had some stencils from a project that I did, and I just kind of spaced them out and used a marker to fill them in. So here we go. I'll show you that next step. Now that the glue is kind of on there, it's quick drying. So we have like a pretty clean inside here. And we're gonna find, I think I liked this font for it better, but there's so many different fonts out there. I just have a little marker that has a little bit smaller of a tip just to get into the stencil. And then I'm just gonna do Mom on the front, I think. I think that's what I wanna do. And you can let the kids do this part. It will be so endearing if it kind of is a little crooked, you know, it's just kind of a handmade card. Can't take the kids to Target right now and pick out some of the cards, so this is a good way to get the kids involved. So M and O. You can do multicolors. You can find ones that are complementary. You know, let the kiddos pick and do this part themselves. This is a really fun part for them to do. And then M. Again, this is any kind of marker that you've got that has a little bit smaller of a tip. So anyway, now we have a mom card right there.
I think that's beautiful.
Some things that come in handy that I use if you have a bigger sheet of paper. I have a paper cutter, but you can definitely just use scissors. Yeah. Let us know in the comments if you have any questions. We'll let you know if we have any other suggestions are going on. Make sure you follow us. We're going to try and put out new videos in the craft world at least once a week. Again, so she does a little bit of glass art, resin, lots of things, and I have 2 little ones, and we are constantly trying to find things to do with stuff that we have around the house. So
Everything recycled. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see